Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Melissa, and in today's video, I'm going to be setting up my budget and debt tracker pages for September 2023. So if that interests you, keep on watching. So what I like to do in setting up my budget and debt tracker pages for September 2023, what I like to do is I like to use the last two note pages of my monthly layout catch-all planner. So for instance, I'm using the Celestial 2023 to 2024 12-month happy planner in classic size, which is the 7x9. And the monthly layout is where instead of the weekly spreads being in vertical or horizontal layout, you have them done in sections of 6 check marked lines. And so a lot of people use them for checklists, daily to-dos. If on some days they have like a lot of things to do and everything, some people will use those for that in particular. But I like to use mine for my entire catch-all and everything because I find it very useful and functional for me instead of, putting the primary focus on more like spending more time, if you will, on, decorating a lot and everything. I like to use it because it helps me stay on track and it condenses it down and makes it more simple where I can still, put some decorative touches here and there and everything to make it really pretty and zhuzh it up like I like to do and have fun with, my plan and everything. But it also allows me to stay very functional with just focusing on the things I need to do, 6 things in particular every single day. So what I like to do is the last 2 note pages of my monthly layout before the next month starts, I like to use the budget tracker and the debt tracker from Sarah Marie Stickers, her Etsy shop. That will be linked down below for your convenience. And what I like to do is this side, the left side is going to be my budget, the right side is going to be my debt tracker. And then I also bring in some washi strips, just to kind of help, break out and separate the different sections for the budget one in particular. And then I also like to use my washi cutter from Live Love Posh. And then I also like to pull in some functional little headers or appointment stickers from Mojo Jojo Plans, in particular her foiled rainbow boxes. So with that being said, I'm going to start right in here with you guys. And what we're going to do is we're going to first focus on the budget side. Okay, so we're going to put the debt side paper to the side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my whiteout. And I'm just going to simply white out this take note font right there. The rest of it won't bleed through with my budget header, which is really, really nice. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this budget and I'm going to come right up to the corner and to the edge of my sheet of paper. And I'm going to try to line it up as best as I can. And if it's, just slightly off and everything, that is okay. We don't focus on perfection here. This is just to have fun, with our planning system and also to keep everything on point, with like functionality. And so I think I'm going to pop right in here with this beautiful floral kind of blue, bluish gray kind of background, this beautiful silver foil. And I will have this listed down below as to what washi tape set this is coming from. But this can be found from Happy Planner. So I'll have that linked down below in the description box for you. And I like to use washi tape, just for like functionality, but also for like, especially for my budget and debt tracker. I like to use it as a beautiful, nice way of, just kind of separating the different sections for my trackers. Okay, so once I have that laid down, I just come on right over here with my washi cutter from Live Love Posh. And I just, quickly and easily rip that off. And I love these washi cutters, these Luxe metal ones from Live Love Posh. They're just wonderful. So, okay, so with that, we're going to go in here and I'm going to bring over my erasable gel pen. And what I like to do is this is going to be my starting balance line. So what I do is I just simply write in starting balance. And my starting balance is going to be whatever balance I have remaining from the previous month at the end of August. So what I like to do with that is it just helps me make sure I have like the money, enough money there for my starting balance to cover my first of the month, bills and everything. So now we're gonna come over to our budget and we're gonna pick up this income type strip. And this is the one that's gonna be laid down right underneath that starting balance line. And we're gonna just take it right across and just lay it down. And these are just really, really nice stickers. Okay, and then for the month of September, I do get paid bi-weekly. So I'm gonna get paid twice, but I also like to leave a third line open just in case there's anything kind of miscellaneous or anything that I forgot. And then I'm going to come in after the third line, I'm gonna lay down my total income strip. So count down 3, and then lay down the total income strip right there at the edge, right below. Just like that. Look at how nice that is, guys. Okay, now I'm gonna come in with this other washi strip, and this is the skinny washi. This came from a set from Happy Planner, I do believe, a long time ago. So if it is still available, or if I can find a link to it, I will have it linked down in the description box for your convenience as well. And then I'm just gonna kind of use this as, again, a divider for the sections. Ooh. So I'm just gonna lay that down. You know, and it, like I said, doesn't have to be perfect and everything. I'm just using it as kind of like a little bit of a decorative touch with, you know, also being functional at the same time of dividing my sections. Okay. All right, and now this next section that we're gonna do, we're gonna focus first here on the left side. We're gonna focus in on the fixed expenses. So we're gonna come over here to our fixed expenses strip, just picking that up. And then we're gonna take this right on over to the edge, making sure that we're lining it up with that line and then laying it down just like that, okay? And then for my fixed expenses, I think I need 13 lines, let's see. Oh, 12, okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to pull up my total line, or strip rather. I'm gonna count down 12 lines, and then I'm going to lay down my total strip right there. And that way I know, you know, for dividing for my next section and everything. Now on the right side, we are going to come over here and pick up our variable expenses strip. We're gonna turn our page this way, and then we are going to line it up with where we cut our washi tape above, and then laying it down right along that strip, or that note page line, okay? And then for my variable expenses, I only need 3 lines. So again, I'm gonna pick up my total strip. I'm gonna count down 3 lines, and then I'm going to lay down that total strip right in between those 2 lines of that note line, right like that, okay? Now, you'll notice that there's like a big section here. Now this will be used for my weekly check-ins. My weekly check-ins and everything is I like to start from wherever the first of the month is to Sunday. So every week will end on Sunday, and I will have the remaining balance for every week. And this is just a quick and simple way of me just making sure that I'm on track. I'm keeping track of what money I have left in my checking account after dispersing money for like different kind of bills or savings and what have you. Just making sure that I have a visual representation and looking at what my remaining balance is every week, just to make sure that I have enough funds, you know, to cover the following weeks and everything for bills. Okay, so with that being said, I'm now going to come over here to this really beautiful washi tape again, and we're going to take this and we are going to lay it down right below that total strip there, and we're going to take it straight on across. Laying it down as nicely and cleanly as possible. And then again with our washi cutter, bringing that in and then cutting our washi, okay? Now I'm gonna leave a couple lines in here blank and everything, because this is a section that I like to focus on, you know, keeping track of like my monthly subscriptions and everything. So if by keeping track of it in this section, if I see that there's something monthly from month to month of a subscription that I think that I want to get rid of, you know, because I've been noticing, I don't know about the rest of you, but I've been noticing everything has, from makeup to groceries to gas to cars, everything, including monthly subscriptions, have been increasing in price. So this section has been really key for me to really keep track of how much money I am spending monthly just in digital subscriptions and everything. Whether it's Kindle Unlimited, YouTube Premium, different things like that. Netflix, or not Netflix, but like different things like that. You know what I mean? So I keep track of that here because I just like to keep track of it. And like I said, if there's something where I can rework in my budget to where I'm just like, that is too much money, I don't want to pay for it anymore, I can see that here and then I can make the decision, cancel it before the next month, and then move on. Okay? So now we are going to lay down, we're going to lay down this really pretty washi. And I'm just going to, dog hair. I'm just going to lay down right here along the bottom line of that last line. I'm just going to take it straight on across. Okay, and look at how nice that is. And then again with the washi cutter, bringing that in, we're just going to cut that. And then my last line here is where I pull in this total potential and actual savings strip from that budget tracker sheet. And then I'm going to lay that down right underneath that washi strip we laid down. So right up against it. And then just taking it straight down the page like so. And it just makes it really nice. And then I'm noticing that I have like a little ragged edge of little washi tape. So I'm just gonna bring my scissors in and just trim that off, just to make it nice and clean, if you will. Okay, so now that we have all of our budget tracker stickers laid down, we're gonna come through with our erasable gel pen and start marking in our sections. Now in marking our sections and everything, you just basically take a ruler, and I am going to come right over here and I'm gonna line this up where the line is gonna be right here, and then just write that down or mark it down. And then I'm gonna draw it down right here between the estimated and actual, and again between the plus and minus. And then I'm just gonna come through with my dollar signs. Okay, and then next we're going to move through to our fixed expenses. But first I'm going to go through and I'm going to mark down or write out each of my fixed expenses. So what we're gonna start off with here is we're gonna have T-Mobile. Okay, and the last line that I like to leave open is I like to either, if I forgot, something in my fixed expenses, I'll write it in here, or if I didn't forget anything, I like to leave it open and then just write in unbudgeted. So right now we're gonna leave that open just in case, like I said, I go through and I'm marking in my bills and I'm like, oh, I forgot that fixed expense. I have that space available to, write that in there. Because, we're all human. We sometimes forget things and make mistakes. So I just like to, keep it open just in case. All right, so we're just gonna mark our line here for our amount section. Then we're gonna go through just drawing in our dollar signs for each of our fixed expenses. Okay, and then we're gonna bring our ruler in over here and we're just going to simply draw a line here for the variable expenses. And then also for the weekly check-in. So I'm only gonna draw it down to here. And again, I'm going to bring in this really pretty washi tape again. And we are going to lay that down right next to our total strip for our fixed expenses section. And we're gonna take it right across. And then we are just going to cut that just like that. Okay. And then here for our variable expenses, we're gonna write in our 3, which the first one is for NICOR gas. Next for water sewer. And lastly for ComEd. Okay, and then with our ruler again, we're just bringing that over, and we are going to draw that down. So we have it for our budget section first. Then we have it for our actual. And I'm going to draw this all the way down because this is going to be the remaining balance for every week for our weekly check-ins, okay? And then for the plus minus section, I'm just going to draw that right down there, okay? And again, like we did in the other sections, again, we're going to come through and then just simply draw in our dollar signs. Okay, now for the weekly check-ins, I like to just, flip it over here, and then I'm just going to write out weekly check-ins. Okay, and then we're going to take a look here at our calendar, and then we're going to write in our weekly dates and everything. So the first of the month for September, we're simply going to write 9/1 and a Sunday, so which is the first Sunday of the month is the 3rd, okay? And so the next week we'll start with 9/4 through again the next Sunday, which will be the 10th, and then the next week 9/11 through 9/17, and then the following week 9/18 through the 24th, and then 9/25 through the 30th, which will be the end of the month. Because the first week of Sunday is October 1st. So I can write that in there if I want to, but I'm just going to end it on the 30th. Okay, and then again, we're going to draw in our dollar signs. And then right here, what I'm going to do is I am going to write in the word remaining. So whatever the remaining balance is for the month, that will go right in here. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to pop over here to our Mojo Jojo plans. And I'm thinking I want to use maybe a light blue or maybe this, champagne pink, but I'm kind of leaning more towards the blue to kind of go with our, blue washi tape that we have over there. And I know the blues might be clashing a little bit, even with this like lighter colored one. So let's just take a look here at it. I think it might clash just a little too much, but I'm going to pull it up anyways and take a look. Nope, it's not going to clash. Okay, I like that actually. Well, you know what? No. I'm going to see. I'm going to put it down right there, but I'm going to see if going in the back, maybe we can use a nice silver. Yeah, I think the silver will be prettier. Okay, so we're going to come over here to our Mojo Jojo plans. We're going to pick up this really pretty silver header, box, and we are going to lay that down right here. And I like to use one of the header boxes for the remaining balance, just because for me it's visually like pops. So it brings my attention fully to whatever the remaining balance is for this month, September, which will be the starting balance for October. Okay, and then going right back into that page here in Mojo Jojo Plans, I'm going to simply pull out another one of those silver foil header boxes, and I'm going to lay this one right here. And this is where I like to keep track of the total for my monthly subscription section. Okay, so we are going to put that one right there. And then for the monthly subscription, I just simply come over here with my ruler, and I'm just gonna draw some dash lines down. Just kind of dividing it into 3 sections, if you will. So I have enough space to write in, you know, 6 or 9 different subscriptions, you know, depending on how large you write and everything. And then I still have space, you know, to mark in for my potential savings and actual savings. And that, my friends, is how I simply and quickly and easily, you know, do my budget tracker really concisely, using one of the note pages in my monthly layout planner right after, you know, my weekly spreads and everything. So now let's pop on over and put together our debt tracker page. Okay, now for our debt tracker page, which is the second note page following, like I said, the monthly layout, the last page before October starts, we are going to lay down our debt tracker stickers. So here I'm going to start off by just whiting out the September font there. And then we're going to peel up our debt tracker strip. And then coming over here to the upper corner and the edge of the page, we are going to lay down the debt tracker as best we can. It's probably not going to be perfect. That's okay. But just, you know, try to lay it down to the best of your ability, you know. Like I said, nothing needs to be perfect. And you can see right there, not perfect, but I'm not, you know, worried about it in the slightest. Okay. And now again, we're going to come over here to this beautiful washi tape, and we are going to lay that down right underneath our debt tracker. And we're going to line it up there. And then we're just going to take it on the page. Just like so. And it just looks really nice and pretty. It just adds, like I said, you know, just a little bit of decoration, you know, but we're not losing focus on or losing our functionality of what this page with, you know, keeping track of our debt and everything is going to be used for. So like I said, my first foremost priority when I'm doing my planner system, and that's why I love the monthly layout, is functionality. Decoration comes secondary, but that doesn't mean to say that I don't enjoy it. Okay, and now we're going to come over here and pull up our debt strip, and we're going to simply lay that down, but we're going to switch our page over here, and we're going to line this up with the edge of the page. And then laying that down right along that note paper sign. Okay, and then here I think I need 9 spaces. Oh, 10. Okay, so again, I'm going to come over here with my washi tape. I'm going to count down 10 spaces. Okay, and I'm going to take the washi and I'm going to lay it down right there along the page, holding it in place with my finger, and then taking it right along the page along that line. And then look at that. Look, just looks so beautiful. And then again, we're coming over here with our washi cutter. And we're just gonna, I kind of got that on my paper. I kind of ripped that up, but that's okay. It's okay. We're not gonna cry over it. We're just going to go like this. All fixed. Beautiful. Okay. And then in this section here, I'm gonna leave 2 blank spots for just, you know, for me to write down, which I'll explain here in a little bit. But then we're going to come back through with our other washi. And I am going to lay that down right like so in between these 2 lines here, taking it right across. All right, all the way to the edge. And again, with our washi cutter coming through, ripping that off. Okay. And now we're going to come through here with our total strip, and we are going to lay that down right below this washi. We're going to turn the page so we can line it up with the edge of the paper. And then we're just going to lay that down just like so. Really nicely. Okay. So the reason why you'll notice is I'm having, the space up here where I can list all my debts and everything and their, relevant information. I leave this space here because this is where I like to write down all of the different debts and everything that I have successfully paid off and everything. Meaning I give myself kind of like a gold star, a pat on the back, like, Melissa, you're doing a great job. Keep up the momentum. You're doing wonderfully. So I like to do that because it's kind of like a psychological trick in my mind to where I'm seeing first and foremost what debts I have outstanding, what my accomplishments are here, and then my new totals of the debts that still remains to be paid off and everything. So for me, it's kind of like a little psychological trick that it just keeps me motivated to where I'm doing a great job, and it just keeps me, like I said, in that motivated state of mind where I'm just like, all right, what's the next one that I can, pay off or whatever to add into this next section here, and then what's the next one and the next one, next one. So I start seeing this section become larger and larger and larger, and then my debt, section becoming smaller and smaller and smaller as I go. So if that makes sense, I hope I explained that well for you guys. But to me, like I said, I try to use whatever kind of like tricks, and tips and everything that work for me. I like to pass and share them on with you guys to see if maybe it could work for someone out there as well. So now we're going to come to this bottom section, and we are going to pop back into our Mojo Dojo plans. And I think I'm going to keep with the silver theme here. So I'm going to flip over to that silver page, and I'm going to pick up this, kind of medium size-ish, header box. And we are going to take that and we're going to lay it down simply right over here. And this box here, I like to use or title it for promotion/summaries. And the reason why I title it as such is because this section right over here is going to be like any kind of summaries and everything of like if I have like a payment plan for something, or if I have like a balance transfer or anything like that, any kind of important information that I feel is like a good summary pertaining to like a debt that I'm currently paying off and everything. I like to include some of that information here, for myself. Now I'm going to come over here to this section, and again with those smaller, rectangle foiled boxes, I'm going to bring that right over here, and I'm going to lay this one right like so. And this is going to be for my minimum due column. And then I'm going to take another one, laying it right next to it. And this is just going to be for the box where the section where I list, again, just like the outstanding debts or loans or whatever, from this top section down here, and I can keep track of whatever the minimum due is for the month for it. Okay. So again, with my erasable gel pen, I'm bringing that in over here with my ruler. I'm just taking a line right on down, and the same thing there for the minimum due. And then we just write in right of there and minimum. Okay. Okay, and so now I'm just going to come through here, and I'm just going to write in minimum due $signs. Okay, and that's, guys, is how we set up the debt tracker. So now I'm going to come through with my ruler, line it up with my total boxes here, and that's where I'm going to kind of line it up to where I will then draw my line down. So I'm separating the name of the debt with my beginning, paid, interest, and ending, sections. Okay. Okay, and now, like we did in previous sections on our budget tracker, we're going to come through our erasable gel pen, and then just simply drawing in our $signs. And you can see, like, in real time and everything, pretty much, that this whole process of setting up your budget and debt tracker pages in this way. It does not take long whatsoever. I know of people that have been using like the Happy Planner budget planner itself, and that has been a really great, tool and everything for people to be using too. But I've been having success with it as well. So yeah, and I'm just gonna draw that little hash line so I can just start writing off like all the debts that I've already paid off. So that is how I set up the debt tracker. So let's go ahead and pop in these pages into our Franken planner and take a look. Okay, so then bringing our pages over here, very end, like I said, of the weekly spreads. We have these 2 pages here for our budget and our debt tracker. And this is how it looks, friends, all in the Franken planner side by side. So what do you guys think? I think it looks, really good and everything. It has like the fun, beautiful decoration of using stickers and washi tape and everything like that, but also using functionality by pulling in our erasable gel pen and things like that for blocking off our different sections, so keeps everything really kind of, at a quick glance, kind of concise and really easy to kind of see what I'm needing to focus on from month to month to month. So I hope you found this video helpful to you guys. If you were inspired in whatever way or fashion by anything that I've showed you today, or if you have some helpful tips and tricks to share with our wonderful community, please consider leaving a comment down below to share with our community. I know a lot of people, we find, help and inspiration that can help us, from many different aspects and everything. So yeah, comment down below if you have a helpful tip or trick, for us to use maybe for our budget or debt tracker and everything, or what works for you in your planner system. So thank you so much for joining me today, guys. If you liked the video, remember to hit the like button before you leave. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. It is 100% absolutely free. Remember to click the bell notification and turn it on. That way you're notified of all my future and upcoming videos. And with that being said, guys, thank you again for joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Take care of yourselves, be kind, spread some love, and as always, I'll catch you guys in my next one.